In this video, I'd like to go through the syllabus, just the highlights, so that you know the course policies. So my contact information is right at the top. Best way to contact me is using my college email. Much, much better than just replying to a Brightspace announcement. Those, I don't necessarily receive those, and it says right at the bottom of the announcement not to reply to it. So sometimes I do get those and sometimes I don't. It's unreliable. So email me directly at the college. Please don't call me, although there are the phone numbers if you would like to. Email, I'll see your message 7 days a week. Phone messages, I can't guarantee anything there. Office hours are in person and virtual. So in person, I'm at the college on Monday and Wednesday. I have office hours those days. And then on Tuesday, I have office hours on Zoom between noon and 2 p.m. If you click on this link, it will take you right into the Zoom meeting. Okay, just click on the link during this time period and we'll be in a meeting together. And there could be other students there also, and that's fine. So feel free to join in. Feel free to contact me to make personal arrangements if these times don't work for you. So I'll let you read on your own about what is an online course, online attendance. Basically, what they're talking about in the attendance is that this course, the Online Anatomy Physiology Part 2 lecture, is given the same credit as the face-to-face. We have the same syllabus. We're going to cover the same material. And so it is important that you devise a schedule for yourself to get the work done. So I do require a textbook. It's the Human Anatomy and Physiology 11th edition, Marib Hone. You don't have to have the physical book. It could be either the e-text or physical textbook, but you have to have access to Mastering A&P, which is the digital platform that it comes with. It's important that you purchase this material through our course, and there's a few different ways that you can do that. And this way, when you make the purchase through the course, it links you to my course and I can track what you're doing, which is very important in an online class for me to see, your homeworks and tests and that kind of thing. So it's through this platform that not only do you access the book, but that's how I deploy homework, assignments, tests, and there's also study area and lots of resources here. So I have directions in Brightspace under Start here as far as how you can get that book, but you must have the book. So there are other resources that are available, like Virtual Anatomy Lab. Hopefully you've seen that. It'd probably be useful for the lab. Anatomy TV, which I'm going to link into my modules this semester, and so you'll have a more direct link to that. We have tutors available that are free, and you can make an appointment through this link, or you can ask me if you want more information about that. We have this great Academic Center for Excellence located right off of the library, and they have a lot of resources for A&P, including tutors that you can meet with there. And the library is always a great resource. So as far as the A&P 2 course goes, basically we're covering the second half of the textbook this semester. We're picking up where we left off, although we will be out of order. So the first topic that we cover is the reproductive system, which is actually at the very end of the book. And the reason that we're covering reproductive system first is because nursing covers maternity first. And so by us covering reproductive system first, that helps out the people who are in the nursing program. So why not? We're going to cover it anyway. So we cover reproductive system, and then we jump back in where we left off with the endocrine system, cardiovascular system, lymphatic, respiratory system, urinary system, and digestive system. So as far as comparing it to AP1, it's much more physiology, less focused on anatomy, more focused on physiology. And I love AP2. It's my favorite compared to AP1. So see what you think. So as far as evaluation, coming up with a final grade is calculated using 2 grades. The big grade is the unit test. So we have 6 units of material in this course, and each unit of material will have a final test. And I'll talk more about the test once we come up to the test, but the test is going to be deployed through Brightspace. You're going to find it right in Brightspace where you find the homework assignments, and it's a timed assignment. And as I said, once we get closer to a test, I'll describe, what to expect each time further, so you're not jumping into it and you're not sure what to expect. But I guess, how I would deal with the test is I would study for the test just like it's a closed book test, although online I permit you to use your resources and your notes, and I design the test a little bit differently so that there are multiple correct answers and it's, timed, that kind of thing. So, so that's the major place that I get the grade. 70% of your grade comes from just the average of these 6 tests. And you can read all about that. As far as like what if you didn't take the test, our policy is there's 1 makeup test permitted. So because I give a 2-day window to take the test, when you fail to do that, you can take a makeup. You can take 1 makeup, and it's going to have a 10-point penalty applied. There's no makeups on test 6, just because I have to calculate the final grades. If for whatever reason you completed the class and then something happens, you get sick and you can't take test 6, you contact me, and that is a use of an incomplete grade. So we would talk about that on an individual basis, but there's no makeup on test 6 because the course ends. Hopefully that makes sense. And I made 1 change to the syllabus this semester, just in case you were with me last semester, and that is if you miss taking 2 tests, that's going to be an automatic F. And so if you miss taking 1 test, then you can take a makeup test in May, like I mentioned, with a 10-point penalty. So that's a letter grade taken off the top. If you miss 2 tests, I don't give 2 makeups anyway, and I want everyone to take all 6 of the tests. That is really the heart of this course, that you take all of the units, that there's not a drop grade. And so because of that, I'm adding this policy that if you miss 2 tests, that will be an automatic F in the course. So homework assignments are worth 30% of your final grade, and the homework assignment is the way that I know that you're interacting with the class on a weekly basis, and it's how you can test your knowledge on the material and ask me questions about what's not making sense. So basically, instead of sitting in lecture for 4 hours a week, I'm giving you a homework assignment that I want you to work through, and I grade that, and that's worth 30% of your final grade. But this homework is really kind of, the accountability and like the self-check of what you're learning in this class. So those are the 2 places that I get the final grade. And so I'm just going to skip the policies for a minute just to show you that the equation for the final grade is just that. It's the lecture test average worth 70% plus your homework average worth 30%. And that this is the grading scale. I do use plus grades. I don't use minus grades. Anything above 90, an average above 90, will get an A. 59 is failing, 60 is passing with a D. If you need a C in the class, that's a 70. Okay, and at the upper end of the 70s is a C+, and the upper end of the 80s is a B+. And so that's how I come up with the final grade. So going back to what I skipped, incomplete grade would be that you completed most of the work, but at the end of the course, for some reason, like I said, illness, who knows what could happen, you can't complete, then this is something that you have to do with the records office and request the incomplete grade, and then you just complete what was not completed previously. Cheating policy, I'll let you look through that on your own. But like I said, in the online class, I try to, avoid this idea of cheating and allowing you to use your resources, but the only resource that I'm asking you not to use is a human resource. So I don't want you to work together or to take the test with another, instructor or your tutor, something like that. Accessibility services, if you need services, I have a contact here for you to reach out to. Computer use, obviously, in an online class is essential. We're going to be using Brightspace. Health and wellness, these are policies that I'm required to put in the syllabus, so I'll let you read through those. What's expected of you, which I'm going to briefly look through this. So I have a schedule at the bottom of the syllabus, and I also have it posted in Brightspace. You should know the schedule. You don't want to forget about turning in a homework assignment or turning in a test, like I was saying. That's the way I know, you're out there. And so the course is available, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But we have to adhere to the due dates. And so the homework, I only accept for 2 days late because it's due every week. And so for each of those 2 days, I take 25% off of the grade per day. You want to get the homework done on time because that will just keep you on track. So that's one of the hardest things in the class, just getting into a groove and seeing, what you need to do when, carving it out of your schedule and making sure you get it done. So of course, we're going to treat each other respectfully, especially in written content on our class. There's a lot of high-level material in this class, but I explain everything. So when you have questions, please let me know. I'm not going to just put out a reading assignment and expect you to get it from that. I will do my best to explain everything. So if you're not clear about anything or not doing as well as you expect, please reach out to me. Also, if you have any learning disabilities, special circumstances, disability of any type, let me know so I can work with you regarding that. And then as far as what you can expect from me, I am very vested in the class. I do care about all of my students personally, and you can contact me. Like I said, I'm responsive to email 7 days a week. I know you're taking this class online most likely because you have a very busy schedule and you need the flexibility, and I'm happy to offer that flexibility. And it's actually very similar to me because I work on several different projects, and so this gives me flexibility too. And so I'm definitely open to answering your emails when you have questions. Technical problem, this is a big deal in our class because if your computer breaks down, that's not going to be an excuse for not getting a homework done. Try to think that through. Do you have family and friends? Do you have a technical support system? The library can play a role in this because I know you can take the tests and, do the whole course through the computer access in the library. Keep that in mind just in case you need it. And then here's a schedule. You can see that we have the 6 units, what those 6 units are, the dates of the units. I have a homework due starting week 2. I'm never going to teach a topic and then expect you to have a long homework done on it in 2 days. So week 1, we're talking about male reproductive system. And then during that second week, that week 1 homework is going to be due on January 24th. And starting that Wednesday, the homework is due every Wednesday, except for spring break. And so the basic way that this works is you can see that we're going to spend 3 weeks on the reproductive system, that your final homework in the reproductive system is due on February 7th. And then the next 2 days, the 8th and the 9th, which is Thursday and Friday, the test will be open. And so you can take the test at any point during that 48-hour period. And all of our dates are planned out. So put this on your calendar and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.